of Dave Clark and the orange, black and checker liveried 21 Boxster of Richard Sykes, and then behind them Jerry Taylor in number 16, a similar but not identical colour scheme to a 20-minute race. The refs starting to rise, and away they go. What a good start there from the outside of the front wheel by Richard Sykes. And Dave Clark left clearly a little bit behind as Richard Sykes and Jerry Taylor is now, I think, doing battle behind them as they get into Dean Corner. Smoke from the left-hand tyres, that's quite normal. And Richard Sykes in the lead then ahead of Dave Clark, and yes, it's Jerry Taylor and Sean Cooper, isn't it, who are doing battle for third position, but the leaders are absolutely set, and the two of them are side by side as they charge along School Street behind the pits, but Richard Sykes will just, I think, beat David Clark into the brook chicane. Ooh, the tail wags, and Richard Sykes then leading this great race across the line with David Clark in second place. It is Sean Cooper, as I thought, in third place. Jerry Taylor fourth. In fifth position is Dave Hughes. That's Upchurch in sixth position. Nick Hale in the 85 Boxster in seventh position, and then in eighth position, the last of the Boxsters, Martin Braybrooks, and Nick Hale got the better of Martin Braybrooks on the opening lap, and then Andrew Hannington it is in the blue 22 car who wins, has won yet, leads the Porsche 924 category ahead of Richard Stein, and then behind them in third place it's Stephen Brown. In the Sykes has settled down a little now, but oh, he runs wide. It's David. Fast going up. David Clark has got the lead from Richard Sykes. Half a second ahead as they sweep into turn one to begin their fourth lap. We have reached exactly 1/4 distance in the British Racing and Sports Car Club Porsche Championship race, and the fastest lap of the race so far has been set by number 27, Sean Cooper, with a 1:34.448 for Sean. He's third in the race, of course, but he set the fastest lap, so look out for a challenge from Sean in the 27 car, because I think it's coming. Leaders through Chapman Curve, there is Sean Cooper in the car launching in today. Where we have seen it, though, is in the Nick Hale Boxster, which is just charging through the brook chicane now in due to oil. So yes, it does appear, and it comes from Richard Sykes' car. Of that I'm sure this time. It is Richard Sykes' car, which, well, maybe it's just been overfilled with much acrid cloud of oil smoke, isn't it? Now then, what's happening? Because David Clark in the lead is still there in the lead and just inching away. He was 4/10 of a second ahead of Richard Sykes on the open out. Just after the left-hand turn at Dean Corner, as though the oil surges across to the right-hand side of the engine, and maybe it is, we haven't seen that telltale smoke from. We haven't seen that telltale smoke from the Nick Hale car. Now, there was a car travelling slowly. It's one of the 924s. Yeah, it's one of the 924s that was. So, the leading quartet of Clark, Sykes, Cooper and Taylor now running among the traffic. 8.5 minutes still to go. David Clark has set the best lap of the race, 1:34.007.
He's going to take
and that's inside his Boxster 3.2 litre 6-cylinder engine. Obviously these cars are quite sensitive to the oil level, and knowing that they do use a little bit of oil, that's quite normal. It's not a complaint, it's just a fact. Maybe one or two of the drivers put in plenty to make sure that they don't run short of oil during the race, because that really would be a calamity. So let's walk you through the accelerating up onto the banking and getting caught, I think, now by the 6th place man, the last of the boxers, number 30. There's Martin Braybrook and Matt Upchurch crossing the line. And then the monster battle for the 924s. Here's Andrew Hannington in the blue 22 car crossing the line. Not such a close battle, to be honest, as it was yesterday, because up into 2nd place now has gone Stephen Brown in the number 60 car, and Richard Starring, who really went very well yesterday, not going quite so strongly this afternoon. Sean Cooper not quite so close now, and Stuart Taylor in 4th position, starting to drop back. A personal best lap of the race from Nick Hull, but it's not really going to help him very much because he's got such a big gap to make up between himself and Dave Hughes, who is in 5th place ahead of him on the road. Now, is this going to change the complexion of the race? Because David Clark is coming upon several back markers. He switches on his headlights. Actually, I said all. Dave Hughes putting a lap on, doesn't it? That's because it is something really special. Richard Starring turning through into deep corner. The top 4 have, at any rate. So let's just follow them round the right box to maximum speed along Steel Straight. There's the Richard Sykes car. Richard Steel Straight in honour of the racing school here at the Rock. And into the chicane for the last time. When he gets out of shape, I think he's just enjoying himself. He had me waiting for a moment then, but here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big cheer as David Clark. And of course, we await with relish the Porsche 924 battle, which should be being led by Andrew Hannington. We shall see. He looked very strong all through the race. Fastest lap of the race to David Clark in a 1 minute 34.007. Well, you know, the 924 battle is far from over because Andrew Hannington is under all sorts of pressure from, who is it? It's Stephen Brown, I think, and Richard Starling as they head for the line, or they will do in a moment. And Andrew Hannington is under enormous pressure for the 924 win. Here he comes now onto the outer circuit and heads for the flag. Yes, he's going to do it, but I thought